Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are picking up with our lovely queen, Princess Juno, and the physician, who are mourning the death of Jackie Ronerain, the princess's youngest uncle, and the queen's most recent mate, whose child she is currently expecting and will be giving birth in this episode to. So everyone, across the Empire, is just sad at the unexpected death of Jackie, right? He was visiting the castle just to gather, I think, I'm pretty sure one of the ladies wanted to chat with him about something. Or no, the queen summoned him to the castle because she wanted to spend time with him and flirt with him a bit. And on sending everyone back, I don't know why, he was caught up in the sun, and then he ended up flaring and dying from that, which was quite unexpected for everyone. So we've got the Ronerain brothers in other areas of the Empire mourning. The children, because almost all the children are related to them. Oh, well, the princesses are related to them. And then we have the ladies, because obviously the ladies knew of them. And even if some of the others, like the other kids, I think, aren't related to them, they know of someone who is, so everyone's just sad that their family members are sad, and it's like a whole thing going on. But okay, let's quickly go through what happened in the mini-movie. So, we had Lagatha and Catherine, our broodmother and our priestess, over at Lagatha Saloon. There we go. I was about to say Lagoon, but no, Lagatha's Saloon. And Lagatha was reflecting on the fact that the council reappointment is coming up and taking a look at their service and what they've done for the queen so far. And she was really hoping that they had done enough to help her during, the past season in terms of decision making. I think in part because she felt as though their service had started off with a bang and then it kind of fizzled out. And she didn't know if that was a good thing, but then she figured, well, that means we brought back peace during our time helping the queen, serving the queen. We brought back peace to the empire. And then Catherine jumped in and said, yes, we had one death with Ziamara, but that death was kind of necessary to bring back order to the coven. And we also managed to save Jamie, which is a plus, right? So if you look at it from that perspective, we've done more than you think we've done. And so Lagatha was appeased by that. And then she said, well, if that is the case, then I feel at ease leaving my position for someone else to take over, if that is the case. If the queen wants to replace me with someone else, then I'm okay with that, because at least I'm leaving behind something that the next person doesn't have to overly deal with. It's not a mess she's leaving in someone else's hands. She's kind of done her part well during her time, and so the next person can build on that sort of thing. So there was that, and then we moved to a scene in Forgotten Hollow, Castle Sheba, with Lady Elaine and Luciano. Elaine was sitting down in one of the hallways, and Luciana came to report to her on how Princess Juno is doing at Castle Eden, because Elaine wanted to know that. And Luciano, he might have, his spies among the invisible servants working in the castle, or it might have been one of his visits, or, he could even be talking or sending letters to Juno between all our gameplay that we're not entirely aware of, right? So through whatever means, he became aware of, he was aware of Juno's questions during her lesson with Kyra and with Meredith, and so he told Elaine that it seems as though she shares our thinking. So she, probably will be on our side, or she won't let us down. So whatever influence they've been trying to exercise over her, well, it seems to be working a little bit. And Elaine was very, very happy by that. But then she asked Luciano, well, then why are you moping around? Because, this is good news. And so Luciano said, we're still mourning the death of Jackie. which I feel like Elaine was a little bit dismissive of, obviously, because she doesn't put that much emphasis on other people's lives, especially people who aren't in direct service to her. So she kind of acknowledged that it was Jackie. She was like, oh, that's right, the youngest runner in Blaze, was it? What was his name? Oh, not Blaze. Jackie was his name? Blaze is Luciana's twin. Kyra's father. So, yeah, she said that, and then she told him to kind of get over it really quickly, which he said he would try his best to, because they had more important things to do. She doesn't want him moping around and being ineffective when, he could be moving her plans ahead with a clear mind. So that was pretty much what happened in the mini movie. And now we are diving into the castle, or Castle Eden, with our coven members during the Queen's final trimester. And we have a few whims that the ladies wanted to get done. And Juno, in particular, she wants to befriend the physician, which I feel like is intriguing because we know Kyra wanted to do that because Kyra is very interested in spellcasters. What could be Juno's reason of wanting to befriend the physician whose life she doesn't seem to have too much interest in, but she's also intelligent, so it makes me feel as though she isn't doing this without reason. And I wonder if it's because she's taking her sister seriously, and if her sister thinks that Serena is worthy befriending, then maybe Juno's jumping on the same bandwagon. I don't know. But we're going to dive in and get that going. So she had the whim to become friends with Lady Serana. So she is going to do exactly that. She was asking her for advice, complaining about cloudy weather, which could be metaphorical, complaining about your problems. She's going to talk about toys, why not? School or the academy. She's going to enthuse about candy. Favorite animal, perhaps? We'll go ahead and let's see, maybe not gossip. Maybe share brilliant ideas. What else? Yeah, we'll do that. And I don't think you want to complain about your parents when, your mother was right there. Doesn't feel like the smartest thing to do. Okay, let's get to know her a little bit. We'll discuss interests. We'll go ahead and talk about the warm temperature. She's starting to feel better. Oh no, Serena's starting to feel better. Let's check in on Lady Serena, see how she's going. Let's not call her names. I feel like a part of her wants to just explode with all these negative emotions, but she's gonna try and keep it all together. Talk about favorite animal. Complain about the rain, because apparently it's raining now. Let's go ahead and let's see. Show off pet. I mean, it ain't exactly your pet to show off. Okay, how's she going? She's got a bit to go. She's got a bit to go still. Her mother's sitting there as well. Is she part of this conversation? Most probably. Okay, let's just keep chatting over here. You guys, let's keep chatting. Checking on Serena again. We'll go ahead and talk about the rain. So her relationship with Eden is pretty good. She's got more relationship with Eden right now than she does with Luciano. But she's closest to Rusty, interestingly enough. She's closest to her oldest brother. Which is kind of sweet. So if we go to her friends, she's actually closest to Rusty, then Eden, then Luciano, then Kyra. Huh. Okay, let's keep trying with her. This is taking a bit of work. Taking a bit of work. I feel like some people become friends a lot easier than others. Let's complain about problems. Serana's mood has improved quite a bit. Talk about warm temperature. Rain. Enthuse about candy. Discuss interests. Check in on her. let's go ahead and talk about toys. Come on, Juno. You know what? I feel like now that Kyra is out of the castle temporarily, Juno is taking this time to make the exact same connections that Kyra is making. So that's kind of interesting. But I don't want, I don't want Kyra and Juno to become rivals like Guinevere and Eden were. I don't want that. But I feel like it seems as though there is a rivalry developing, but a very different kind. I don't feel like Juno is like sinister towards Kyra, and I don't think she would be evil intentioned. Although it does feel like she is like above board. Guinevere was very like backstabby and in the shadows, whereas I feel like Kyra or Juno is above board, taking her potential seriously and keeping Kyra on her toes. But that doesn't necessarily mean she has it out for Kyra or she thinks badly of Kyra. It just means that she is aware of the way things work, the way they were taught, and she's not taking it for granted. She feels like if there is a chance she's going to be queen in the future, then there is no room to be lazy. She has to make as much effort as Kyra is doing as heiress. So, okay, that was a whim that we completed, and then someone else had a whim. It was Serana. She wanted to chat with Catherine. So Serana, she's going to chat with Lady Catherine. Let's just brighten her day. Look, everyone is just so sad because they were either friends with Jackie or they were related to Jackie in some way. Or they were romantically involved with Jackie. Everyone's like really, really upset. Okay, you go talk to Catherine. Try and cheer her up. And let's see, is that going to help? Just a little bit. Yes, they might even be discussing the readings that we had in the previous episode. Serana might be curious about the readings for the princesses. Because both the princesses, are now her friends. So she obviously is a little bit invested in their futures. So, okay, I am going to pick up, guys, I'm thinking when the queen goes into labor. Because we want to see what Jackie's baby is going to be, whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. And then we have the council reappointment to do as well. And I don't know if the queen's going to keep Catherine and Lagatha, or if she's going to change them with someone else. So all those things I'm eager to find out. The party is underway. Our queen is in labor, and soon we will have our last Rana Rain baby with us ever. And by this, I don't mean the last child with a Rana Rain last name, or like the last female with a Rana Rain last name. The bloodline has died off a long time ago with Lady Soul, but the Rana Rain boys, they kind of were considered as still having Rana Rain blood, even though they lost the bloodline, because they had the last name Rana Rain. And this child is going to be the last baby born of a Rana Rain sim. So after this, because the queen's children, they're going to have the last name Salazar, or in the case of Guinevere's children, the last name Shadow. So the royal bloodline is going to overshadow the ancient champion line that they have. So I feel like this child is very, very special. And I'm excited for the queen to dive into it. And oh my goodness, okay, she is just going to go and have this baby on her own. Okay, she's going to this bassinet over here. I do have the names list ready. We had sitting with her firstborn, Prince Rusty, and then the physician, of course, Catherine, and then Princess Juno. Now, some of the others that have been invited, they are currently dancing it up in the throne room in celebration and in excitement for this child that is going to be born. We've got Blaze and Luciano hanging around here as well. Oh, wait. Bryce is here. Aww. Now, it's unfortunate. This is the first birth we've actually had where the father of the child hasn't been present because he died. Every other time, the father has been present, but it's okay because Jackie's twin Bryce is here, and his two older brothers, Luciano and Blaze, are here as well. So everyone, I feel like, is very, very invested in this child. So fingers crossed, it is going to be a princess. And if it is a princess, I feel like it is going to be a princess very much adored by everyone because of the sentiment that's going on right now and the timing in which it was born. So, okay, guys, here we go. What are we gonna get? Now, before this, we've had 3 boys, so the chance of the queen having a girl is actually very high. As long as she doesn't have twin girls, I will be happy as can be. Okay, let's see. Oh, thankfully, Bryce made it in just in time. And it's a boy! Oh, that was unexpected. So now we've had like 4 boys in a row. Oh my goodness, guys, 4 boys in a row. Okay, what is this boy's name going to be? Daryl? I don't mind that. Prince Daryl. Prince Daryl Salazar. Just one boy. Just the one boy. Okay, and the baby obviously has very, very pale skin, it seems. Very pale skin. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, that was expected. Both parents had pale skin. I don't know why I was thinking of, like, Luciano and Blaze's skin tone. But okay, just the one boy. Prince Daryl Salazar. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. But that is fascinating, because Blaze and Luciano are twins, and they both had daughters. And then Bryce and Jackie are twins, and they both had sons. It's just that Bryce had twin sons, and Jackie had the one. Aww. Well, I suppose the evil Bryce is going to be raising his nephew as well as his twin sons. And look, one of his twins is over here right now. Oh, yeah, Lord Sage Shadow is over here. Ah, oh, that's just... So Sage and Griffin, they have noble titles, but their cousin, Daryl, is a prince, his royalty. Ah well, ah well. More soldiers for the army, more soldiers for the army. So little Prince Daryl, he's going to be moved to live, I think, at the Glenbrook Embassy with Sage, Griffin, Bryce, and Azura, I'm pretty sure. He's going to be living with them, so we'll get him moved out. But it's good to see that everyone is still celebrating the birth of this baby boy. It's just unfortunate that it wasn't a princess. I was really hoping for a princess. Darn. Well, that means, guys, we still have 4 slots for baby girls to be born. And I know some of you are going to be really happy with this because it means that one of the other ladies will get a chance as well. I mean, literally no one has had baby girls right now except for the queen. The queen's the only one who has. Nobody else has had a baby girl. I mean, to be fair, Catherine and Elaine haven't even bred yet, but Guinevere, Meredith, Lythe have, and they've all had boys. But hopefully, things have changed for the better soon enough. But we have to wrap this up because we do have the council reappointment to do now. So I'm going to get everyone settled in, and then we'll take a look at what's going on with that. All the ladies have been summoned back to Castle Eden, along with our 2 princesses, so that the council reappointment can be underway. Obviously, the queen just gave birth, so she is in her nightgown, sitting on the throne, and everyone is still kind of in their party wear. So, previously, we had in the queen's service Lady Lagatha, the broodmother, and Lady Catherine, the priestess. But have things changed in that time? And before them, we had Guinevere, that was, first chosen to serve the queen, and then we had Meredith. So I wonder what changes are going to happen. Now, with Guinevere and Meredith, I'm pretty sure they served for 2 terms before they were changed. like swapped out to Lagatha and Catherine. They just managed to keep a good relationship, and the Queen was really happy with the way they did things for 2 whole terms. Is that going to repeat with Lagatha and Catherine or not? Let's not waste any more time. And of course, as we know, Serena and Elaine could also be chosen to serve on the Queen's Council. And in that case, they'll be brought, or Elaine's case, she'll be brought into live at Castle Eden temporarily like Lagatha was. But okay, let's go ahead and see who the Queen is going to choose first to serve at her side. Who has managed to foster the closest relationship with the Queen in this time? So let's take a look, and oh my goodness, guys, it is clear as day that Guinevere has the most friendship with the Queen. So in the time that she spent being cast aside, she has managed to befriend the Queen again, gain the Queen's trust, or at least disarm the Queen's suspicions of Guinevere's behavior enough that she is now going to be serving alongside the Queen. My goodness. Okay, so Guinevere is going to be called up as the Queen's first council member. So she's been called up. And then if we look at the Queen's relationship panel, it seems as though she has the next closest relationship with Lady Lagatha Dravidge, the broodmother. So funnily enough, even though Lagatha and Catherine were serving, usually when there's pregnancies happening, the Queen keeps the closest council member to her in the castle. And the past, I think, 2 pregnancies, that was Catherine. She was closer to Catherine than to Lagatha. But it seems as though in the time they have spent apart, either her relationship with Catherine went down, or the brief times she met Lagatha, the relationship went up. But she seems to be really happy with the way Lagatha conducted herself during the previous season. So as her second and final counselor, she is going to call up Lady Lagatha, the broodmother. So that's interesting. So we had Guinevere brought back, and Lagatha got to keep her position. What are you doing? Sit here. Lagatha got to keep her position. And this is also very intriguing because, unbeknownst to the Queen, Guinevere and Lagatha have this sort of romantic interest going on between them. It's not something that is entirely obvious just yet. I mean, you look at how much romance they have in the romance meter. It is not that much, but it is existent. They know they have feelings for each other. They acknowledge that, but they haven't really done much about it. So I find it very intriguing that the Queen has chosen to keep at her side 2 people that she very much trusts, but 2 people that are very interested in each other. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm actually very happy because these 2 Sims, I mean, you guys all know, Lagatha and Guinevere are my 2 favorite Sims in the entire coven. So to have them serving the Queen's Council and, getting a lot of power is making me very excited. Obviously, Guinevere, being, her evil self, as usual, she might want to covet power, or, in the way that she normally does with the Queen. But maybe Lagatha will balance her out a bit more. Because when it came to, saving Jamie and stuff, Lagatha voiced her opinion quite strongly. Previously, when Guinevere was serving with Meredith, Meredith's personality is very, very soft. So I feel like Guinevere is able to talk over her and push her ideas. But with Lagatha, it might be different. Lagatha's always been the one to voice her opinions a lot more. And she's never really been that intimidated by Guinevere. I mean, she used to steer clear of her, but now she's got this sense of admiration for Guinevere, and I feel like, likewise, Guinevere has now gained a bit of respect for Lagatha, so she might be a bit more cautious in the way she is around her, in that I don't think she would rush to put Lagatha down. She has enough respect for her to let her speak or to hear her thoughts, I think. And with how sometimes prickly Guinevere's personality is, I don't think Lagatha would mind too much. Like, she's got enough mental fortitude to not let it bother her. But okay, I love that. That has me really, really excited. Nice. Okay, everyone is over here. I wonder if anyone has any interesting whims for each other. Apparently not. Well, that's fine. That is okay. Now, one other thing we want to talk about is who is going to breed next. You know what? I'm just going to let everyone kind of go about and do what they want because we have gone through with the council reappointment. So the next season, we know who's going to serve the queen or help the queen. So that is fine. Everyone can go about and do what they want. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about is who's going to be breeding next. The queen has just bred, and we did previously try for Serena to have a daughter, but she didn't manage to, and that is something we want to try. So next episode, Serena is going to be trying to have that baby girl for a second time. So she's going to conceive a second time. And hopefully we get to continue the Coven Rose bloodline. I mean, obviously we still have Azura, so if anything should happen to Serana, then Azura will, you know, take over her role. But even if Serana has a daughter, Azura is going to be her successor. But, you know, it would be nice for us to try and at least have the Coven Rose bloodline live on. I mean, they've been going quite well. How many Coven Roses have we had, just if we take a look? Huh. So it all started off with Melina. No, did it? No, it didn't. It started off with Lady Marigold Coven Rose. That's right. Marigold, and then Sakura. And then Sakura has a sister who served as well, Sapphire. And then we had Mirabella, and then Zumara served, and then Serana. But in terms of generations, we've had 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Serana is now in the 4th generation of Coven Roses who are serving. So it would be a shame if they died out. How many generations of Alcandricas did we have? We had 1. Really? Did we not have any Alcandricas? No, we did. It's just not recorded here. We had Melina, then we had Rose, I'm pretty sure, and then Zora. So we had 3 generations of Alcandricas. 3 generations of Alcandricas, and we had the 4 generations of Coven Roses. And then I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, Azura is not here, but there's 2, she's part of the Valenka line. I think there's 2 generations of Valenka. Her mother was the first. So yeah, we've had a ton, but I think the Coven Roses are the longest living spellcaster bloodline, and it would be great for us to continue that with her, so I definitely want to be giving Serana a second go in the next episode. Now this does mean there is a huge gap in age between the female vampiresses in this generation. So Kyra, she's going to be turning into a teenager pretty soon, guys. So on Friday, she's going to be turning into a teenager, and then the week after that, during the Autumn Caravan, Juno is going to be turning into a teen. So that's coming like quite rapidly. So that means there's going to be like a huge age gap between the younger kids and them. Like these two are born pretty close together, but it seems as though it's taking us a lot of effort to get the next baby girl among the vampires. So we have, like, we just finished the council reappointment. We have the royal studies on Monday. Tuesday, we have the royal tournament, so that should be exciting. Obviously, they're too young to compete, but pretty much everyone else is going to be able to, all the other ladies. And then we'll get to see who the strongest in the coven is. And then we have training day, and then Kyra's birthday. Interesting. So they've got a few events coming up. That means in between now and then, Ari's going to age up into 18 as well, because I think Ari was second born. Like, if we go by order of children. I think he was born before Kyra. Huh. Okay, well, I am going to let these guys do their own thing for a bit, and when we have some interesting whims, we can dive back in and see what's going on. We finally have some whims to work with, so I am excited about that. Now, Catherine over here, she wants to get to know Prince Rusty, which I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know for what reason she wishes to speak to Prince Rusty. We are going to get Kyra to invite her companions over so that Rusty, Ari, Channing can hang out with her and Juno. And that way our priestess can go find Myron's son and speak to him as well. So Rusty, come on inside. Come on inside. Yes, that is fine. Elaine may very well wish to like wellness. That is a-okay. Right, let's go on inside, Rusty. Let's come on inside. Get the priestess to speak to you. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. What did she want to do? Oh, she wanted to get to know him. Okay, I think this is in small talk. Yeah, let's get to know Prince Rusty. She might be just curious about him, as the firstborn prince. That could be what's going on over here. Now, are they considered relatives? Yes. Right. Oh, that's right. See, there's some relations that I just forget, but Rusty is her cousin. Rusty is her cousin, because Myron is an uncle of theirs. So, okay, maybe she just wanted to see how her cousin is going? I mean, that's fine. Did you get to know him? Did you? Let's try to get to know him again. That didn't even... I don't think she did. I think she just hugged him in greeting. Come on, let's go down. Let's get to know your cousin a little bit more. Guys, I just love this family function in the portrait panel. I love that we have that now. Not everyone automatically comes in there, only your Sims have met. But for example, if they've never met an uncle and they do meet that uncle, I'm pretty sure they have like a friendly relationship with them from the get-go, but it gets added in. And that is actually really cool to me. Okay, nice. So that was one thing she wanted to do, get to know her cousin a little bit more. And then she wanted to chat with Princess Kyra. So Kyra is out here with her sister. They're both skating out here. Now I feel like I should call Kyra... in, maybe? I don't think it's wise for Catherine to be chatting here. Maybe if we're at the training ground, because it's covered, we'll get Kyra to step out of the rink. And then we'll send over Catherine to talk to Kyra. She might be interested in, like, the princess's readings. Or maybe just discussing a few things a bit further with the princess in regards to that. Or just in general keeping an eye on her. That could be a thing. Okay, let's get you, to chat with the princess. Let's ask about her academy. How's that going? Unless the princess decides to come here. That could also work. Okay, who's going where? Is the princess coming here or are you going to her? Catherine. I think the princess is coming indoors. That works too. That works as well. And it seems as though the queen is out here with Channing and Ari. Well, that's nice. That's cute. She's chatting with them. Well, that's nice. It's good to see the kids running around the castle, in my opinion. It's really good to see the kids running around. Okay, Kyra, let's go up to the priestess. She wants to know about how everything's going with you at the academy. What's happening in that corner? Okay, let's head on up. And I wonder, are you as close with your brother as Juno is? If we look at her family members, she's not. She's not. She's actually closer to Guinevere. Yeah, I think we established that before. So she's really close to Guinevere, and Juno's really close to Rusty. Rusty would be a good influence, right? I mean, he's an animal enthusiast and snob, so maybe not. Maybe not. He might not be the greatest influence for Juno, along with Luciano. I just hope Juno is a bit more well-rounded, or Juno's relationship with Kyra is a bit more straightforward than Guinevere's and Eden's. Okay, are you chatting with the priestess? Yes, you did. And she's chatting with the priestess like from a distance behind this table. She's like, I think I'm good here. Why? The priestess is nice. Are you guys not friends? No, they're not. Okay, makes sense. Maybe Kyra's a bit wary of the priestess. Maybe the priestess feels like a bit of a formal role to her. Well, apart from that, Meredith here wanted to be mischievous to Catherine. And you know what? I feel like maybe they're like really close, but I feel like maybe it's maybe she wants to tease her. Huh. Geez, pranks and deception. I don't know if you want to dare to streak. Asking due date feels a bit mean. That feels a bit mean. You know what? We're just going to be a bit mischievous here. Maybe Meredith wants to tease Catherine for being kicked out of the council because, she was kicked out of the council too. They're kind of in the same boat, and I feel like they're close enough for that to not be a big deal. Like, they'll just laugh it off together. Aww. What a thing to joke about. But I feel like that's probably what she would joke about. But I don't think Catherine would mind too much. She wasn't, like, overly obsessed with that role anyways. I feel like our more evil Sims are more possessive of being, like, a council member. And when they can't be, it affects them a lot more. But if you've got a more well-rounded personality, you kind of do your part and you move on. You don't make that big of a deal about everything, I feel. So, that's nice. Now, nobody else, I think, has gotten any whims. Chat with Jamie. The queen wants to chat with Jamie? Jamie's kind of living a bit of an exiled life right now. Elaine, are you gonna go be mean to your sister? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Elaine's relationship with Catherine has really gone down. It's like down in the dumps. But somehow she's become really good friends with Meredith. And she's good friends with Guinevere. Whoa. Like, look at this, guys. She's really close with Meredith. Maybe all that time that Meredith is spending at Castle Sheba. Makes sense, though. I feel like Elaine is less on the nose about being rude to you, looking down at you, than Guinevere is. And as far as Meredith's been concerned, Elaine's always been nice to her growing up. So, yeah, she's, she's softer. She kind of takes things at face value more so than her sister does. So I feel like she has maybe developed that bond with Elaine. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, well, the queen, she wants Jamie here. I mean, Jamie's been exiled for a long while. But if she wants to speak to him and, like, what the heck is he wearing? Seriously, like, what is he wearing? I don't know. But if she wants to speak to him, then that is on her. I wonder why. Maybe, having the second prince born is reminding her of her own brother. Maybe the fact that Jackie died and his brothers were mourning him made her think of her. But isn't he her uncle? I think he's her... Yeah, uncle. Sorry, not brother, but maybe, you know, all of that made... Like, seeing her daughters being so sad over Uncle Jackie's death probably reminded her of this uncle of hers. And I suppose another boy was born in the royal family, which, you know, he's a part of. So maybe she wants to let him know that another prince was born. Because I think, I'm not sure, he might not have been, but I feel like he might have been present for Rusty's birth. But okay, she's gonna check in on Jamie. She's gonna check in on Jamie, and then she's gonna let him know that she gave birth to another prince. And that he has been sent to the Glenbrook Embassy to live with his uncle Bryce and his cousins Sage and Griffin, Lord Sage and Lord Griffin. So okay, there we go. I feel like that's gonna bring a little bit more peace to the Queen's heart. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye.